My name is Nora. Ever since I was a little girl, I've had someone with me who no one else could see. Everyone told me it was normal, that children often create imaginary friends to cope with loneliness or fear. But my friend was different. He wasn't just a character in my imagination. He was real in ways I couldn't explain. I first met him when I was 7, on a rainy afternoon. The house was empty, my parents were at work, and I had nothing to do but stare out the window at the gray sky. And then he appeared. A boy my age, with dark hair and eyes that seemed to hold entire storms. "Hi," he said, casually, as if we had always known each other. I blinked, unsure if I was dreaming. Who are you?" "I'm Elliot," he replied, smiling. "I've been waiting for you." From that day on, Elliot was everywhere. He sat beside me at the dinner table, though my parents never noticed. He whispered secrets during car rides, made me laugh during the loneliest moments, and seemed to know things I couldn't possibly know, like the name of the new student in my class, or the exact moment my cat would jump off the counter. At first, I thought it was fun. I had a companion, someone who understood me when the world felt cold. But as I grew older, I realized Elliot's presence wasn't harmless. Things began to happen when he was around that I couldn't explain. Items would move from one room to another. Sometimes my diary pages would be torn and rearranged, words rewritten in a hand that wasn't mine. And every time I confronted him about it, Elliot would smile that same calm, knowing smile, saying, "You'll understand one day." I didn't understand. I still don't. By the time I turned 12, Elliot wasn't just a friend. He became a shadow over my life. My parents began noticing odd behaviors, objects disappearing, strange scratches on walls, whispers that I denied hearing. I tried to explain, but I could see the doubt in their eyes. I was just a child with an overactive imagination, they said. But deep down, I knew they were wrong. Elliot showed me things, secrets hidden in the house, dark corners where shadows seemed to breathe. He told me stories about people who had lived here before, people who had disappeared, leaving nothing behind but empty rooms and unanswered questions. And I believed him, even though it terrified me. One night, I woke to find him standing at the foot of my bed, eyes glowing faintly in the dark. "They're coming," he whispered. I sat up, heart racing. "Who's coming?" "You'll see," he said, stepping closer. "They don't like people who see me." I never saw anyone, not physically. But after that night, I began noticing patterns, footsteps in empty hallways, doors opening and closing on their own, shadows that moved independently from the rest of the house. And every time it happened, Elliot was there, calm, whispering, guiding me to safety. By 16, I realized I could no longer distinguish where Elliot ended and reality began. People I trusted, friends, neighbors, even my own family, sometimes acted like they could see him too, fleetingly, or at least felt his presence, though they couldn't explain it. I began recording his movements, writing everything down in journals I hid from everyone. The more I documented, the more I feared the truth. Elliot wasn't just my friend. He was something else entirely. Then came the letters. Small, folded notes left under my pillow, written in a spidery, hurried hand. You're not safe when they're near. You have to trust me always. They're patient, but I am patient too. I didn't know who they were. All I knew was that Elliot's warnings were always accurate. He guided me away from accidents, prevented encounters that could have been disastrous, and protected me from dangers I never fully understood. And yet, the more I relied on him, the more I felt trapped. It wasn't until my 18th birthday that I discovered the truth, though I only understood a fraction of it. In the attic, hidden behind dusty boxes and old furniture, I found a small journal, the pages yellowed with age. The handwriting inside was eerily familiar. It was Elliot's. The entries described a girl exactly like me, in a house exactly like mine, living decades before I was born. He wrote about guiding her, protecting her, warning her about them. And then abruptly, the journal ended. I realized then that Elliot wasn't bound by time. He had been appearing to children for generations, always the same, always protective, always warning. But the question that haunted me more than anything, why me? Why now? The answer never came, and perhaps it never will. Tonight, as I sit in my room, I feel him beside me as I write these words. His presence is comforting, yet terrifying. Because Elliot is real, and he is not just my friend. He is a shadow that moves with me, a guardian whose motives I will never fully understand. Sometimes, I think about the children who came before me, and the ones who will come after. And I realize that Elliot's world is not ours, not entirely. It overlaps, it whispers, it exists in spaces we cannot perceive. He is both protector and mystery, both friend and warning. And when I close my eyes at night, I still hear his whisper, calm and patient. I am here, always, but never forget they are watching. I don't know who they are. I don't know why he is bound to me. And I don't know if I will ever truly understand. But I do know this. I have never been alone, even if the world believes I am. Thank you for listening to my story. If it captivated you, please subscribe, like, and share this video. I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments. Your support means the world.